to go even further beyond.
Yeah, my name is Zakashi, and in this video we are going through the top 5 best teams of the month in the month of October. I missed out the month of September simply because I was sick. I was actually coping, man. I was dying, sore throat, phlegm, everything bad, but it wasn't COVID. It's crazy, but I'm fully recovered now. That was a whole month ago. But considering I missed out September, I'm not going to cover September. It's already gone. We're just going to get through October. Want to make sure that you guys know that this is obviously my opinion, but at the same time it's based on not just what team is obviously the best, but teams that are often being used in the current meta. So it kind of considers both. But if a team's not being used a lot, but they're clearly still better than another team, I might actually edge it forward. So just know that I'm considering not just what team is good, but how much they're being used in PvP. And I'm actually top 1000 PvP right now during this dead season. So yeah, hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. This video is one that really gets a lot of popularity, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. There'll be some honorable mentions at the end of the video. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already. On this grind to 25,000 subscribers, yes sir. All my social media links are on the left. This is the YouTube channel where we got a Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link, all in the description below. I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let's actually get into this video now. Alright, so first on this list, and they just had to be on this list, we've actually got Hybrid Saiyans. Hybrid Saiyans basically have 6 lives, man. And if you even have them at a low level, as long as you have FSK at Zenkai 7, you're actually very, very good. The Revival Han, the purple unit on the top right, he's been Zenkai buffed by Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. FSK at the bottom right, Super Saiyan 2 FSK, that's what I'm going to call him. He's actually getting Zenkai buffed by Super Saiyan Trunks. The Revival Gohan on the top left, he's not really the most offensive character out compared to the rest, at least, but he has a revival, so it's just a big problem. And then we have Endurance Future Gohan at the bottom left. He becomes type neutral once you kill one of his homies. It's just crazy how OP this team is. If you go to the character list, you also have this Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. If you want to use him, his blast damage is insane. This Gohan here, Ultimate Arts does hit, but he's not the best option in my opinion anyways. Gotenks is a free-to-play unit who's actually pretty good. I feel like he's mad slept on. And overall, like, they got this health buffer here. Like, they're just, Hybrid Saiyans is just too good, man. Hopefully they don't get any more units here. And this is only including the Sparkings. If we go to Extreme, you'll actually come across this Gohan here, who's actually pretty good. He is probably the best green on Hybrid Saiyans. Some people make that debate, but overall Hybrid Saiyans just has to be here. If you play PvP, you come up against them literally every other game. They're that toxic, man. But that's number 1, Hybrid Saiyans. Number 2 on this list, we have Sagas from the movies. If you faced up against this team, you would know that they're actually a problem, man. I've got Broly here for the blue, but honestly the best blue would definitely be Goku. I actually got him 6 stars, so I don't know why I don't have him on here, but I just wanted to go through the other options just for Sparkings. So obviously we got LF Broly being Zenkai buffed. The green Broly is actually a menace as well. The Revival Gohan, best LF in the game. That is not a Zenkai. Gogeta Blue is Gogeta Blue. And Bojack, when he transforms, that Awakened Arts actually does a lot of damage, and then he does a lot of damage after that and tanks a bunch. But we've got other options as well. I like using Cooler, even though he's more LOE main, but Cooler is fun to use. This Gohan here, Gogeta over here, he's actually pretty solid too. Vegeta here, I'm not going to say he's the main or anything, but he is a sleeper. Green, you can use this guy here, and I see some people using Trunks, but I feel like Broly's definitely better. Metal Cooler, the Broly here, Goten, like, you got some pretty good options. The God Vegeta here, Super Gogeta, this Frieza over here, free to play Broly if you want to. I forgot to mention Janemba, he recently got a Zenkai. And then if we go to extremes, just to bring up the boy Goku, he's actually insane. So like, you can see movie is actually pretty stacked, and because they came out right after anniversary, literally during anniversary actually, but like taking over the hype from Zamasu and Gogeta, everybody summoned on the banner, especially because of Gohan. So movie just got a big buff, and they literally just taking over. They just zoom past a lot of teams. They gotta be here as well for me. That's number 2, movies. Number 3 on this list, another must-have on this list in my opinion, we've actually got Saiyans. Saiyans was already good, like it was really already good, but now Legends has just literally gave them everything they need to literally be probably a top 1 team if you want to make it at that. But maybe we keep hybrid Saiyans there. This list isn't order, just to point that out. But you can see here Saiyans has Namek Goku, Zenkai 7 LF, Super Saiyan 3, Zenkai 7 LF, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You can run a green yellow comp, especially now that he's got his unique equipment, which is literally the most overpowered equipment in the game in terms of buffing a character. They literally acknowledged that he was not what he needed to be on an anniversary release. Not to say he's bad, but now he's just really good and actually is used a lot at 6-star C buff Saiyans. Super Saiyan 3 Goku for the purple, Zenkai 7, lovely, Angel Vegeta, one of the best supports in the game, honestly, and even Ultra Goku got a unique equipment, so now he is just very good and can easily be used as a main red on Saiyans. Other options that you've got, there's actually quite a few, but like you know, the franchise is literally built of Gokus and Vegetas and other Saiyans, so you're gonna see a lot. But you should know just like the main Saiyans, Bardock for one. I don't advise using God Key Saiyans on a Saiyan team because obviously they wouldn't buff Saiyans. But just to point one out, Margin Vegeta, I feel like he's a sleeper. I'm missing somebody in the blue, but I'll probably come back later. Clapku, there he is. He actually buffs Saiyans. For green, I don't recommend using anybody except Super Saiyan 3, but you could bring the Super Saiyan Goku. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, as I mentioned before. Vegeta here is a nice buffer. Super Saiyan 4 Goku 2. Ultra Vegeta has a nice unique equipment as well. It's just that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is way better, so keeping him there. For yellow, Super Vegeta actually got a Zenkai, so that's actually another option you can use, but he only buffs Super Saiyans for his Z ability, so just advise keeping Angel Vegeta. For red, you can also Zenkai buff the Ultra Goku. So you've got a few options, and I'm also missing some characters at the bottom. But if you go into extreme, people often use this guy here, Raditz, for the health buff. So you can just see Saiyans is just pretty stacked, I'm not even gonna lie. People used to run Nappa as well. Got a lot of options here for Saiyans. Pretty solid team. Another must-have, like I said. That's number 3 on the list, Saiyans. Number 4 on this list, we've actually got Regeneration. Regeneration is actually, I say this so many times, but my most annoying team to actually face up against. They're so annoying, always bringing the timers to 0 counts and not even winning because their damage is good, but it's not good enough. They're just so tanky, gaining health all the time. It's a problem. I don't even have the main region units. I just put this together for the video. I'm going to show you obviously the characters that you could have, but you can see that there's some real contenders here. Characters I don't have, Kid Buu, he's the main blue, so I had to go into there. But Kamikolo at the top, he's actually insane with his blast damage at Zenkai 7, trust me. Fat Buu there at Zenkai 7, the green unit, his lock-ins every time he comes in, and his ceiling strike hearts is actually so annoying to face up against, and you can literally just die if you make a wrong move. Janemba recently got a Zenkai. He's very tanky, but he's mainly there for me anyways to Zenkai buff the new Perfect Cell LF, who's actually a very good fighter against Hybrid Saiyans, one of the most predominant teams that you'll see in PvP. So that just brought the value of regeneration to the roof, honestly, alongside powerful opponents and androids. DKP is there, but obviously DKP is not the best yellow. You should obviously have this Piccolo if you have him at Zenkai 7. I just don't have the stars for that. And then for the red, I actually went with Red Cell, the revival one, just to be more annoying. But there's also Zamasu here that you could run. And on top of that, they recently released Omega Shenron, a red unit, the Ultra, the last free-to-play one. So regeneration is pretty stacked as well. I don't know how I feel about it being a must on this list, but it is a team that has to be on this list, in my opinion. That contradicts myself. That should be on this team in my opinion, but if you went other ways, otherwise, let me know in the comment section below why you wouldn't put it in. But yeah, that's number 4 on this list, regeneration. Now for number 5, and there's going to be some honorable mentions after this, I actually have GT here, and this is something people might disagree with me with, but if you really be playing PvP, you would see this team a lot. And how I feel about this team, in the first few months of them really uprising, they've had some of these units here for a long while, but because of how they released them, lots of people didn't have the Zenkai 7s because it's just ridiculous. They released like 3 GT Zenkais back to back to back. Nobody has 21k CC just to put into these Zenkais, so it didn't make sense. But they've been in the game for quite a while now, and it actually is a team that you can just easily form if you actually wanted to main that team. So if we look into the actual team here, got the Goku at the top. He's actually pretty solid, released with Oob. Zenkai 7 Super 17, really annoying defensively, supportively. We got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the LF, he actually got that insane unique ability, unique equipment, which is basically a whole Zenkai, which I spoke about earlier when we went through Saiyans. Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who's actually very necessary when playing with GT, because he actually gives every GT unit buffs. Skip Ku is what people call him, but if you actually main GT and have him to 6 stars, I swear he is actually of value for your team. But you could also replace him with Oob. And then for the red, we've got Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, but of course, because he released recently, you could also have Omega Shenron, the 2nd anniversary one. Nah, I'm joking. The Ultra one, who actually released recently. When we get into 14 stars, he will be a very good addition to GT. You can Zenkai buff. I think this guy might actually Zenkai buff Saiyans or Son family. No, he was the GT, so it's pretty solid. You could have him as well if you wanted to go to him for the melee type. This guy here, does he do a he does Vegeta clan, so if you wanted to GT buff, you'd go for him. But yeah, you can see there's not a lot of GT units, but the team, if you have this formation, and I've been seeing it a lot, it's actually very OP. So that's why they're number 5 on this list. We've got GT. Now for the honorable mentions, I'm not going to go into any teams or show any team or team formations or anything like that, simply because these teams here, they're not in the top 5, but I feel like they should still be mentioned simply because they can neg any of the teams in the top 5. But I feel like their value isn't that high at the moment for them to make the top 5. So the teams I'm going to mention, the first one I'm going to mention is actually Powerful Opponent. I feel like Purple LF Cell, he actually rose their value up very much higher, alongside with Janemba Zenkai buffing him. So the team is just way better than it was, and they've been getting buffs here and there, which is just solid for that team. Number 2 that I'm going to mention has to be Android, in my opinion. Cell also brought that team up, and Android 18 is just a crazy unit, so it just makes sense that they should be on this list, in my opinion anyways, as an honorable mention team. Number 3 I'm going to put is God Key, simply because they've just been consistent. They're always consistent, honestly, and they're actually pretty good if you have top or high stars. But beyond from that, they're just a team that can always be used and actually keep up with the standard of PvP overall. And number 4 honorable mention, the last honorable mention that I'm actually going to mention, is actually going to go to Super Saiyans. Now Super Saiyans, I feel like they got a big buff with the Super Vegeta, and they've always been OP pretty much if you get your crits. But because Super Vegeta actually buffs critical with his Z ability, it actually makes them that much more dangerous. And they have a solid yellow now, so you can just use Super Vegeta. Super Saiyans always do damage as long as you get crits, and it's very scary to face off against them. Now that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have anything you disagree with, let me know in the comment section below and why. But I feel like this list is pretty solid. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already. Helps me help you, help me. Think about it, it makes sense. All my social media links are on the left. This is the YouTube channel, but we've got a Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. But I appreciate you guys for watching. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Please, lend me your energy!